good crayon liner for the waterline and to tight line with. And it is just convenient that on the other end it also has a pen liner or a felt tip liner to do an actual wing. And actually I'm not going to do a wing right now because let's just keep talking. If you want to just use a crayon that you don't have to go to Sephora or Ulta, your local drugstore has a really fantastic crayon liner, and that is made by L'Oreal Infallible, and it's called Mattematic in Ultra Black. And y'all, this has become a favorite of mine, and it's just so easy to just run the drugstore and get it, or the grocery store usually has it too. Anybody that sells L'Oreal. So this is a really good one. It's inexpensive. It's probably a little less expensive than the other two, but all the makeup companies are starting to bring up their prices. And then when we look at the brow, y'all know that I've been a long time user of Almay Intense Eye Color and then using color 00 Black Raisin, which is really a dark plum for my brow. That's what I have on today. It doesn't look purple. There's something about it has kind of a brown undertone to it, and I love it, but you can't get it anymore. But one of the popular ones you can get again at Ulta or Sephora or online is the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I do that in taupe. And what I do like about that is on the other end it has a little brow brush, and that is nice to brush through the line so it doesn't look so liney. And also to brush up your brow so you can actually see the hairs and it looks more natural. But there's plenty of these style ones at the drugstore as well, and I feel like they're probably all just as good. They've all come into realizing that the smaller nib is good because you can imitate brows, like little brow hairs, if you have a little tiny nib. And just always, first of all, support the arch just to give the line, and then on the top you can just give some little wispies to look like, you know, you have little hairs. When I think of the arch, I think of archery, and I think about Ephesians 6, where the Bible tells us to put up our shield of faith with which we can extinguish all the arrows, or the archery, all the arrows from the evil one. So that's a good scripture you could write down if you want to think about that one. And then when I think of, and there's some other products that have either like a brow color on one side, and you see this a lot now too. This is made by, who's this made by? Soap and Glory. And it's called Arc de Triomphe. Get it? Arc de Triomphe. Arc de Triomphe. And then the other side you put right under the brow. Now I've already got a highlighter there, but this is, you put it right under the brow, and it kind of highlights where you had the dark, and you put the highlight right next to it. It really makes the dark pop. And also you can put this on the inner, if you want a real pinpointed inner brightener, then, you know, a pearlized or white or kind of pink white crayon is really good. And then also you can use that on your liner. Some people like to use a light color instead of a dark color liner so that it really wakes up their eye on the waterline. I don't like that so much. I mean, it's okay. The other thing you can do for the brow, which I really love, and y'all see me do a billion times, is to use a short shader. Run it through the dark color that you're going to be putting in your crease anyway, and just run it through the lashes. And with what's left over, I go through the brow. And it just kind of fills the brow in a little bit. I don't want to overdo it, but so sometimes just powder. Okay, now I got to do this. There we go. So that's the color. Alright, so then let's go ahead and finish my shadows. I'm using my F50 Sigma large fluffy brush to just get this area, the transition area, a lighter shade, almost a taupey brown shade, right under the bright highlight that you just did to kind of make a transition color, because now I'm going to come behind it with this darker brown, and any chocolatey brown works in the crease. And just stay right in that crease, initially where the color is the darkest, and then just kind of let it come up just a little bit. And then I twist the brush and kind of go out, in, and make that outer V with shadow just a little bit. And then I kind of fill it in. And that just gives a little more definition. As you can see, this is more defined looking than that is. You can just go with this and not have a very heavy made-up look. This could be an evening wear look. Some of you would say, I would never wear that look, period. It's too made up. That's fine. I like it. Makeup is very artistic. It's very creative. It's very you. It's what works for your individual face and what you like. And I like transition with a little bit of definition.